Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Terra Odyssey. I hope you guys all had a good weekend and you're feeling good. Grab yourself a nice cup of coffee, get cozy. Then you can have a little listen in. We're going to have a great read today, and it's a special read about what is going to be happening within the next 90 days. What changes, what excitement is coming up, whether it is a new move, a new job, a new romance, a new baby coming in the family, just anything, an opportunity, you going in business for yourself. And listen, while I'm in the beginning of this and you guys are listening, I really want to stipulate one thing that stood out so strongly to me yesterday when I was watching Dr. Wayne Dyer, who is one of my favorite authors. He made this statement that he was at his father's gravesite and he was holding all this animosity and stuff and thinking how hateful and terrible his father was. And then he got in his car and he was going to drive away and he had this pull. He just had this pull. And he said, most people don't listen to that pull that says go back and say and release this or do this or experience this because they think they're too rushed or that it's not going to make a difference. But he said, it was inexplainable, and he went back and all he said was, I forgive you and I'm sorry you had the life you had. Pretty much, I don't understand what you were going through or how you were brought up or all these circumstances that led you to the person that became that way, but I released all this pain. I'm sorry, I forgive you. And then he said from that moment on he had clarity. He stopped drinking, he stopped taking drugs, he stopped he had a whole bunch of weird stuff going on in his life at that point where, he just felt terrible. He wasn't exercising, all of this stuff. And he said he just released it and he checked into a hotel for 14 days and he wrote an international bestseller, unbelievable book, was going back to his university where he's pretty much a rock star because he wrote a few of their texts, all this stuff. They offered him tenure at 36 years old, which was like everybody's dream. And he thought, do I want to live the same day that I live over and over and over? I've already taught all this. I already know all this. I've already experienced this. And he said he drove right in and he went to the dean's office and said, I'm sorry, I want to do a tour. This new book I just wrote. And all these doors opened up to him and he just became the fantastic author, speaker, and mentor that he is because he released this one thing. He released this hate, this animosity, this whatever. But the whole point of his story was so beautiful. It says, when we get that intuitive pull that says, please go do this, it's your soul trying to clear something, your soul trying to give you a message, your soul trying to bring you on your life path purpose. So follow it. If you see somebody and your soul is saying, go say hi, or you're seeing this sign that says, come participate in this, and it's pulling you, go do this thing because it's that magic. And I feel this happening for you guys within the next 90 days. You abiding by this soul's message and sign and pull and going to experience, do, and allocate yourself some beauty, excitement, and vision into your life because you're doing new things. Do you want to live the next 90 days as the same day, driving to work the same way, having the same conversations, eating the same food, watching the same shows? Or do you want to experience passion and life and all the vitality that comes with it? And I just thought that was such a beautiful, wonderful message that he shared, that it was like, oh, I just loved it so much. And it really opened up some doors for me too, where I was like, you know what, I'm going to start going on some of these things that I had shelved. Now I have excitement and passion. So if you guys can watch Dr. Wayne Dyer's last little interview, it was like 12 minutes, so inspiring, so heartfelt, so amazing. I mean, he is a magical light worker in himself, so it would really, really change your outlook. It was amazing. I mean, these are things I already had components and knowledge of, but it definitely got me situated again on some great ideas. So I would love it if you guys would watch that, because I know you're all trying and elevating and becoming the magical, freaking amazing people that you always knew you could be. Okay, so we have 3 choices today. Number 1 is the listener and sacred silence. Part of that is saying, give yourself quiet so you can think, so you can get direction, so you can refocus. That's very important in our life, right? Too much noise, too much activity. We can't really situate and align with our inner message. And then we have Chumara, the web of all life. Then we have Lady Titania, sorry, be joyful. And that's about being in the presence. I saw this great thing, and it was when we're present, that's when we feel generous, charismatic, warm, playful, altruistic, all of those passionate, driven, because it's that moment we're feeling everything. We are aware, we are alive in that moment. That's where we make the changes. That's where the joy comes in, not down the road where we're planning for something someday. I'll be happy someday. I'll be happy when I'm married. I'll be happy when I have this job. Why? Why not now? Why not be happy in the beauty in your animals and family around you and your good ideas, your creativity, your funny face, your laughter, all of that, okay? That's really important. So we are going to start with the listener. I was so happy. We went out Saturday night for dinner, and it was the nicest family dinner, and we laughed, and it was crazy. And we went into Michael's Crafts. We got all this great Halloween stuff, and it was so nice. Okay, so you also have the Queen of the Darkwood Elves. Premonitions, foreshadowing, and mystery. So something that is going to be coming into your life is you acknowledging, finding out, and discovering some of your gifts, the mystery, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your empathic tendencies, things like that. Your intuition is really, really going to set you right. You are going to have premonitions that are going to help you make divine, beautiful choices that course correct you. If something's going on, if you've befriended people that don't really suit you on a high vibration, if you're in a relationship where you're taken advantage of, or you're taken for granted, and somebody isn't valuing you for the beautiful, warm, giving person you are, you're going to notice that. It's going to stand out, and you're going to alleviate that pressure by letting these people, places, and things go. A lot of you guys have been notifying me, Melanie, I'm in this job. I feel so disrespected. I feel like I'm the one just going in and doing all the work, and everybody's just gossipy, low vibration, doing the bare minimum, all of this. Put in your 2 weeks. I'm telling you right now, my life has changed since I had the courage of my convictions going, I'm not going to live my life making other people money while I'm miserable. I'm not going to suffer for a paycheck. I'm not going to misalign my hopes, dreams, and everything and do my favorite things in a little squeezed out area of time at the end of the day after I've, broken my back for somebody else. No way. Start to align with what you really want to do, and you could do all day and get joy from it, because that's where all the greatness comes from, okay? And, you're going to get, you're definitely going to have premonitions of this. This just flew out. So we have friend. Yeah, you have a friend that's going to help you in a new endeavor as well. I definitely feel this. Some of you guys, you have new friends coming in, some kindred spirits at school, at work. There's going to be some new faces, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, this is a kindred spirit, and you're going to go on fun adventures. They're going to open up new doors to you, new discoveries. It's going to be really wonderful. And this is also you reconnecting with old friends that you maybe haven't seen in a few months. Just drop them a note. They have some magic to inspire your life, to bring you back down memory lane and remember maybe your childhood and the fun and the joy you had and the simplicity, because now is a time to go back to simplistic living for you. And that's saying, what do you really value? It obviously isn't working your ass off to go buy a bunch of junk that you don't really need and doing that over and over and over again, right? You also have the love card. So a lot of you guys have new or renewed love. Like you have new love coming in, people at work, school, and also on social media that are kind of like watching you and you connect with them. This is real love. This is like Cupid's bow hitting you, and it just takes off. You feel good. You know that they're aligned with your values. You have high compatibility. You're going on adventures with this person, which I'm very excited about. And you also have consolation. So if something has just occurred, say at work, in a relationship, you are going to have some consolation coming in, whether it's monetary, whether it's I'm sorry, or it's a raise that you've been waiting for. Something that you deserve is coming your way. It's a karmic consolation because you've been putting in some very unique ideas, and you also have thoughts. So right now you're going to come up with really good thoughts and ideas to help you earn money, to connect better with people, something that is going to help I feel like it's something in social diversity where it's going to help you open doors to new things, new learning capacities, new environments, You might be checking out campuses, things like that, but really deep thought that is going to expand your horizons and give you a bigger perspective in a really great way. There's also the child card. So someone in your immediate family, or maybe even yourself, have a child coming over the next 9 months. You either may just discover this, that you're going to be a grandmother or an aunt, or yourself a mother very soon in the next 90 days. And look, you have the sweetheart card. Again, I feel like this is just people being really attracted to you and want to be close to you, and want to call you sweetheart. You're emanating this beautiful vibration of love, compatibility, warmth, friendliness, all of that. So there's a really high magnitude of good energy coming off of you. And I read this thing this morning and I loved it, that when we're brave and playful and fun and warm, it's kind of a huge commodity these days where everybody's so introverted into their phone and doing their own thing. So when you're expressive, I mean, even moderately friendly and playful, people are like, wow, the good old days, right? Where people connected. So you have this very strong charismatic side to you right now that is super charming to people, and they feel an emotional connection to you, and they really, want to get close to you, which is really beautiful. And I feel like you're going to have high adaptability in a lot of environments that are coming in that are going to bring you some good changes that you need. Again, you're not going to settle for the status quo. You want big change, you want fun, you want this love, but it's a higher realm love where it's very beautifully connected because you're not settling, and your vibration is aligning and attaching to the right kind of other vibration of somebody that you're calling, which is really beautiful. So that's you, group one, beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. My Etsy store, I want to thank everybody for ordering. Like I had a bunch of my rings on, and I wore the other green one. Somebody's like, I saw it on the video. My green stones are some of my favorite. Like this is an emerald right here. These are both emeralds, and I can do them really inexpensively when they're not super carved and they're natural, and you buy them in bulk and stuff. So I love working in emeralds. I always feel like they are very good luck. So I love greenstones. So thank you guys for supporting my small business and Etsy store. I really appreciate it. All my links are down below for all that stuff as well. This is one of my favorite cards. I love that because we learn so much more when we're listening. We're so quick to talk and respond, where if we really listen, people simmer down as well, right? If something is a little high octane and getting argumentative, if we just listen, it cools the emotional temperature in the room for sure. So beautiful energy, group one. So now we're on to Chumara, the web of all life. This is, higher reasoning and remembering we're all connected, we're all together. And it's all like a big kind of intelligent, adaptable communication grid that when we slow down and we really listen and tap into that, we realize that we're all in this beautiful web. It's electric, it's energetic, and we all can connect and commune that way really beautifully. Okay. Look at this with all this like listening cards too. So here we have the cunning woman, silent, observant, and wily. This is saying that you are going to do extraordinarily well if you slow down and really listen. Get your ear to the ground, hear what's being said inside your company, your school, the world, what is going on. Slow down, because when we have silence and we remove ourselves from the maddening crowd and all the noise, that's where we get our information. I think best if I just stop and pull my car up to the beach and I'm quiet and I only hear the birds. That's when I have conflict resolution in my head. It takes care, it resolves and dissolves problems, because in that quiet, restful space, that's where the answers come. That's where the insight comes. That's where our guides speak to us. So let's get to our little gypsy cards and see what is going on. I'm going to reshuffle some of the other ones in because they were very beautiful. I love these cards and I feel like really connected to them. So let's see what's going on. They're so little. They're almost hard. So a gift. You have a gift. This is twofold, I'm feeling. You have a gift coming from you. Somebody is sending you something through the mail. I feel like there is a parcel that you're going to be opening a box and you're going to be surprised. Just some loving thing that somebody sends you as a happy hello. And or this is also a karmic kind of intuitive gift. All of a sudden, you're going to realize something about yourself, that you have maybe a little clairaudience, clairsentience, a knowing and understanding, because so many of our gifts and downloads are coming right now. This is the age of Aquarius, where light workers and other people that are supposed to ascend and download this new information are receiving it now. So all of a sudden you're like, whoa, how? Just practice. Guess what the person is going to say next to you. Guess what they're going to say next. Guess what the person in front of you at Starbucks is going to order for coffee. Start guessing, start stretching out, start manifesting things as well, because I feel like manifesting is huge on your scale right now. You're going to have major plans. So wife, I feel like a lot of you are going to get proposals within the next 90 days. If you are kind of on that precipice and you're wondering, you're seeing little clues, you've been with them, for that amount of time, and it's actually how high is your compatibility and all of that. So I definitely feel like a lot of you are going to get a proposal and become a wife in the next, or plan to become a wife in the next 90 days. Very exciting. And scholar. So some of you guys, I feel like you're going to meet some significant others and some love matches at your school, and or you're going to pair up with somebody who is very well informed in, they are in academia for quite some time. They may be professors, teachers, people that really, I feel like these are writers and poets and people, literary students, and people that really have a large retinue of reading, and again, just academia. They are very well studied, which I like. Oh my gosh. Oh, lover. There was a different lover card earlier with a little fat baby cherub. So again, a lover. So many lovers are coming in for you guys within the next 90 days as well. And, as I was noticing at the end of summer, a ton of soulmates were coming in within 3 months. I remember the reads were 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So again, this lover is arriving, and it could well be your soulmate as well. Again, I feel like they are very eloquent speakers, very romantic, very charming. One of those things where it's just a menagerie of talent, a natural leader. This person is very communicative on a very romantic scale. Like they know poetry, all of that. They're very nurturing and supportive. And, they're one of those people that just love unconditionally, very protective of the relationship. You're what's important. Very responsible, and just beautiful air about them. Very driven, I feel like, too, in a good, ambitious way, not where they're ludicrous or anything. So you also have some pleasure seekers. So you're going to have friends and people that are going to drag your butt out to fun places. They're going to be like, hey, that's enough. You read enough books. You've been a homebody long enough. Let's go out. Let's go to the opera. Let's go to a museum. Let's go to a nightclub. Let's go take salsa lessons. Let's go make some cool pottery. Let's go take a glass blowing course. Just fun things. I feel like you guys are going to be making and doing and finding out stuff, and you're saying yes because you do want new challenges, you do want new experiences, and you're like, what, I don't want to be on some treadmill. I want to go out and have fun and whoop it up, and that's exactly what you're doing, and I love that because it's time. You also have a surprise coming. I feel like somebody from the past is coming back for you and is going to surprise you in some way, either a family member you haven't seen, an ex, something. Also, something at work. I feel like you're going to be surprised with that you didn't see coming in a very good way. It might be a bonus, it might be an elevation, it may be a trip, just something lovely that you didn't think was coming. You didn't think you were recognized in the way that you should be, but you really were secretly. People know your gifts, that you put in your heart and soul to your work, and it's really sticking out. So it could be some kind of award, but it's something that you're very deserving of. So I love that energy for you. So you have some good things coming. You've got love, revelry, fun, proposals, a great surprise. I am loving that energy for you, group 2. Beautiful. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you guys need a private read. If you want to go visit my Etsy store, thank you guys for all your support and coming to visit my store this weekend. I was having so much fun talking to you guys and getting some custom made stuff for you guys. I love doing that. So beautiful energy. So now we're on to number 3, which is Lady Titania, and we're going to see joyful. Now, it's so easy to be joyful when we look for joy, when we want to be happy, when we don't have everything be a burden or be hard or think of illness or all of that. We're just trying to have a lovely time. So You have the merciful one. This is about compassion, release, and relief. So you're going to have a lot of relief of burdens. You're going to have a reduction in anxiety. You're going to be letting all of that go because you realize that worry and overthinking things and critical thinking and perfectionism, they don't change the outcome. They just waste your time and get you lost in this vortex of worry, concern, which can cause illness. That's the number one thing I want people to know. If you're constantly in your head and you're critical and you're worried, think of like, who is that guy? Woody Allen, like in all his movies where he's like, oh, I think I'm catching this. Oh, he's always frantic. That type of behavior in person would last 5 minutes with me. I would have a discussion with them on how to not be that way. And if they couldn't change, I couldn't be in their presence. People that are hypochondriacal, people that are always in their own head, it's a very selfish way to live because you're only thinking about yourself. And because moods are contagious, who wants to be around that? And you're realizing that you're alleviating the people in your scope that do that drive you crazy, that complain or are narcissistic. You don't have the time for that. So it's going to create this beautiful release of people, places, and things that don't serve you. You have compassion for everyone, but also yourself, and your mind needs a rest. And you can't be the agony aunt. You can't be doing everything for everybody and taking on all this annoyance. It's just one of those things where you are relieved of financial burdens as well. I feel like you have a help me coming in with that and be able to alleviate some pressure of that, which I really like. So service. This is really, I feel like you're going to meet a really cool person that's in the service of something. I feel like it's a barista. I feel like it might be somebody at a hotel, somebody at your school. Somebody's in service does something wonderful for you and you have a lovely connection with them. Or they also want to provide you with something. It might just be something crazy like an Uber driver that you connect with and all of a sudden you have like a little kindred spirit out there. It's really, really wonderful. I love that for you. So, money. That's very nice. This is definitely, I have a feel that you have money coming into your household. Some revenue stream is going to pop up out of nowhere, or you're going to create it and be like, oh, you know what, I was thinking of this. So you give it a shot and wham, from the get-go, it is a moneymaker and it's successful. So if you have some idea in your head that you want to implement, something you want to sell or a service you want to provide, get right on that. This is your lucky 90-day window to do this because I feel like it's optimal. People are very receptive. And listen to me, when you get on any kind of service provided before Christmas within a couple months, that's when people have saved, they have money to spend, they want to be alleviated of stress. So if you want to be like a private shopper, life coaches, things like that, lots of things where you can alleviate mental stress from people. Things like that are going to be sublime at this time. So get your services out there, let people know. You can just start to advertise on social media, whatever you want. You also have the reunion card. I feel like you're getting back with a family member and or an old friend that you haven't seen in a while. It might even be an actual school reunion. Go to this thing. I feel like you're going to have such a good time. If somebody wants to reconnect with you, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Say hello, have a cup of coffee, spend some time with them. Sometimes going down memory lane and the nostalgia is so beautiful and it lets us release and it lets us, have conversations that we should have had in the past. I really feel like that's nice. You also have the soldier card. So I feel like someone in your family, or perhaps even you were a soldier, is going to be involved in your life. My cats are having a meltdown. So you have some connection to a soldier in your life, maybe a relative, and perhaps even a loved one. Or a lot of you guys, I feel like on social media are connecting with people overseas that are soldiers right now for a love match, which I really like. So I'm going to pull one more because you have so many good things. And joyfulness. Do you love this? Reunion, joyfulness, money, soldier. This is so good. So again, you're going to have this light, buoyant time. Look, you have double joyfulness. You have so much joy coming in because you're not living in the past. You're not in the future. You're now. You're aware. You're present. That's where all the beauty in life comes from. You're not saying, oh, down the road when I meet this person, I'll be happy. Down the road when I have this job, I'll be happy. You're like, no, right now. Because right now is all that matters. And right now gets the momentum and the force to make everything around you create the life you need for down the road. So you have to start it now. And that's what you're realizing. So when you're like, you know what? I have $10. I'm going to go have the most delicious coffee I've ever had with a great muffin, sit down outside, down the beach. I'm going to listen to music. I'm going to savor every damn bite and every sip of this coffee and drink in the world and drink in the scenery and be present and use my five senses and go for a walk in nature and watch a friggin' amazing movie and just get lost in it. And I'm not going to trouble myself with troubling thoughts. Who cares? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So am I really going to waste my time on that? Think of how you used to be on Sunday night as a student, like in high school or whatever, like, oh my God, I have school tomorrow. All of a sudden, that whole night was blown because that's all you thought about was your test you were going to have the next day, all that. Do you want to live your life like that? Like, oh my God, tragedy and work. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday, Wednesday, or a Friday night. Time is what you make of it. So make it fun, make it joyful. That's what you're learning, and that's what you're going to experience in such a fantastic way. And I already feel so happy for you because I see you laughing, listening to music, going, why did I forget to be free? Why did I forget to be young and joyful and release my burdens and worries, which don't do anything but block the joy, right? So go out there and seize it, seize it. I love that energy for you. So love and light to you, group 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. You're going to enjoy your next 90 days, which I love. If you're new to my channel, don't forget like and subscribe. All my links are down below if you want a private read. If you want to visit my Etsy store with all my handcrafted jewelries, like I make necklaces, rings, everything, crowns, all kinds of fun stuff. And the Goddess Provisions box is out, the Sensuality box. The link is down below. It is off the hook. The lotions and potions are totally awesome. So again, thank you guys for all your support. I'm so excited. I'm going to go upload.